Hello guys, hope you're doing fine. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Let's Learn with Sim. So as the title suggests, today we'll be talking about Blue Mimosa. I have divided this video in three parts, and in the first part we'll be talking about Blue Mimosa, the novella. In the second part we'll be talking about the writer, and in the third part we'll be talking about Blue Mimosa as a reflection of the writer's life. The timestamps are provided in the description box below. Blue Mimosa is a novella written by Parijat. It is originally written in the language Nepali, and its Nepali title is Shirish ko Phool. It was published in the year 1964, and later in 1972 it was translated in English by Sonra Zidenstein. It won the Madan Puraskar in 1965, which is the highest literary award in Nepal. It also won the Sanja Puraskar and many other awards. I have never been healthy, but I have lived fully in thoughts. Parijat happens to be the writer's pen name, and her original name is Vishnu Kumari Vaiva. She is regarded as one of the most influential women in Nepal. Talking about her life, we see that she was born and she also completed her school level education in Darjeeling, India. After losing her mother and brother to death, she, along with her father and her younger sister, moved to Nepal. She received her bachelor's degree and got enrolled in master's. However, she could not complete her master's degree due to financial crisis. She worked as a teacher for 4 years, but due to her health deteriorating, she did not continue. But she did not give up on herself and continued her career in literature. She was a poet, social activist, and she was politically very active. She fought for the rights of women, the prisoners' rights, and also demanded social justice. She also wrote memoir, essays, short stories, and novels. She was also very much interested in arts and music. She was a feminist and did not follow the gender norms, social norms, and she rejected the traditional ideas and traditional roles of a woman. She also led the Ralpha movement, where she fueled it all with her writings. She was a total rebel, and we see this rebellious nature not only in her writings but also in her appearance. She carried very short hair and also applied very bold black winged eyeliners. This was a statement, a rejection to all the traditional norms and all the traditional beings of a woman. She also rejected the idea of God and marriage. Talking about her literary career, we find that the topics of her writings were mostly of social alienation, emotional complexities, psychological struggles, longings, and existentialism. She had a very vast set of writings. I would like to name a few. Some of her work titles in the poem collections are Akansha, Parijat Ka Kavita, and Baisalu Bartaman. She also wrote short stories but burned them down all because she herself was not satisfied with her work. The first short story to be published was Malin Na Janmaye Kuch Horo. Other short story collections are Adhim Des, Sarakra Prativa, and her other novels are Paribhashit Akansha Haru and Mahattahin. So we come to the third and last part of this video, where we will be discussing Blue Mimosa as a reflection of the writer's life. So when we read the novella Blue Mimosa, we find the character of Sakambari to have a lot of similarities with the writer. As I informed earlier about the writer's life, now we can draw a lot of similarities with the character of Sakambari here. First of all, let's talk about the similarities of the physical appearance. So as I said earlier, that in order to show her rebellious nature, the writer chopped her hair and wore bold eyeliners. We find the same similarity in Sakambari's appearance too. She wore really short hair. We also find this rebellious nature in the way the character of Sakambari talks and the way she carries her body language. She is very unapologetic and does not shy off from anything. She also smokes and does not wear the traditional attires. She does not follow any traditional norms and does not follow any norms that are specifically made for women. The character of Sakambari too rejects the idea of God, does not want to be involved in any romantic relationships or does not want to get married. She also has very philosophical view towards life. We see that she has faced a lot of past traumas and she also has a very poor health. And one more beautiful similarity that we find between the writer and the character is their love for flowers. As we know that Parijat is not the writer's real name but a pen name, and Parijat also happens to be a flower's name. We can evaluate that she loves flowers. The title of the book is also Shirish Kuful, which is also a flower. And then we see character of Sakambari, appreciating the beauty of nature, her love towards flower, no matter what type of flower it is, may it be the flower of blue mimosa or may it be a flower that can kill insects. So we find this contrast where on the one side we see very beautiful nature of flowers and on the other side we see how plants too can be poisonous and harmful and can take lives. That mirrors her inner conflict and desires and isolation through the character of Sakambari. Parijat too did not socialize a lot with people and spent most of her time writing her poetries and essays and novels. The emotional distance of the character, the desire to connect but also to be let alone, the screaming loneliness and the search for the meaning of life is also very much a reflection of the writer. A lot of similarities can be drawn and evaluated that Sakambari's character is a mirror of the writer's own being. However, we can say that this is not an autobiography of the writer herself or the total projection of the writer, but in fact, it is a mirror, a reflection of the writer's personality, her nature, her thoughts, and her ideas. With this, we come to the end of this video, and in the next video, I'll be discussing the theme and summary of the Blue Mimosa. Your likes and comments are highly valued, and a feedback is really appreciated. Thank you for joining. Stay connected for more, and see you all in the next video. Thank you.